If you clicked on this video because you have a boyfriend who's very hard to shop for and you have been struggling to figure out what to get him as a gift, I got you, girl. I've got a bunch of different categories of different things, different price points. I was also struggling to figure out what to get my boyfriend who has it all. Coming up with this list really helped, so let's get into it. My approach on gift giving is I want to get that person something that they would want, but something that they would never buy for themselves because it's at a price point that they would not spend money on. If you give me $70, I'm probably going to try to buy like 7 items at $10 a piece. But if I'm getting a gift, getting one $70 item that I would never spend that amount of money on myself, like I would love that so much. So that's my approach whenever it comes to gift giving. First of all, now that he's not in class all the time, he's going to have a lot more free time on his hands. And so he's probably going to want to spend that time doing his hobbies, something that he hasn't been able to do for the past like 4 years. My boyfriend is really into golf. I mean, you can use, whatever hobby he's interested in, or maybe he doesn't have a hobby and you can get him something that will start a hobby. I think hobbies are wonderful for everybody to have. For my boyfriend being a golfer, I'm thinking golf balls, gloves, something that he can never have too many of. And you can, look through his golf bag and see like there's definitely like preferences within those items. So you can just see which ones that he has in his golf bag. Whenever you are riding along in the golf cart, put down your book and look at the items that he has. They usually like a specific brand, but you can never have too many of those items. So it's a great gift idea. And usually they're like expensive, but not too expensive. I also found this really cool golf trunk organizer that I think I might save for Christmas, but it's something where you can put your shoes, some golf balls, golf tees, a golf shirt to have on hand. It looks like it has like a bunch of different compartments and also keeps, say like your grassy shoes, like it keeps them contained, and then that's not getting all over your car. The last item I have on this list is a rangefinder. It's pricier, but it can really help somebody's like golf game because you're like measuring the distance or whatever. So anyway, we don't have to worry about that, but they will like it if they like golf. So you can apply this category to whatever hobby they're interested in. Also within this category, you could get them a really good gift, something that's like motivational, something that's interesting within their line of work, or just a really good like beach read since they've been, working so hard towards their degree, just something to give them a break. So this category you can really apply to your person, and I feel like it opens so many doors on what you can get somebody for a gift. The second category is grooming/confidence items. They are about to be interviewing or going into a new workplace, and you want them to go into that feeling confident because it's an extremely scary time. Some things on this list that I have are the Lumino whitening strips. I don't think they're like they're like a little bit pricier, but they're affordable enough. I want to say it's like around $25 for a 14 pack. You can get them a travel size of their favorite cologne. That way they can keep it in their car, and then before they're going into a big interview, they can just like put a little bit on and freshen up and feel more confident going into that interview, which really can make the difference between getting the job and not, is literally just being confident. Especially if you have dogs, lint rollers are always huge, so that would be great. A new or a nice razor, like I said, if it's an investment piece or something like that, something that will make them feel like they are fully entering that adulthood because they're no longer having to go to school. Something like a nice pomade or a solid cologne, or an upscale item of something that they use on the daily, like a shampoo or a conditioner or a shave cream. The third category is a sentimental item. I love this category. Within this category, this is something that they can take into their office and think about you or think about their accomplishment, something that whenever they're feeling a little bit homesick, whenever they're in their new office and it's scary, and they won't admit that it's scary, but it is, that they can look at this item and feel a little touch of home. You can either get them like a picture mug, a framed picture of y'all, especially if it's on like a vacation or something like that. That way they know what they're like working towards and what the money can like go to. That makes it all worth it. You could also get something engraved that'll remind them of you or their accomplishment. So I was thinking with this that you could get them a bracelet if he wears bracelets, a ring, a watch, or a pen. I know people do engraved pens. I don't see the point of it because I go through pens like crazy, but maybe you're not using the pen. Maybe it's just something to look at, but I don't know, people engrave pens. It's a thing. The fourth category is practical items. They're about to be going on interviews, internships, or going into work. So something that they can use on the daily. So this is something like a leather portfolio, a leather notebook, a briefcase, a nice travel mug or like cup. Think like a Stanley or a Yeti, but like a really like sleek design or something like that. Bonus points if you get it engraved with something. Category 5 is clothing items. Since they're going into work and maybe a new workplace that they've never been before, my boyfriend is in sales, and so he has not had to have a suit and tie sort of situation, but that's kind of the job field that he's going into. So he's probably going to need an entirely new wardrobe. So you can help out with that. Obviously a suit, dress shirts, dress shoes, new underwear, but you can get them really nice, and you can go to some place like a TJ Maxx or something like that, and they have really nice brands for more affordable prices. So you can get creative with that, but like literally like everybody needs underwear, but if you can make, I love this one because men don't have a lot of places where they can express their personality, and socks is one of those places. So you can either get them fancy socks, fancy dress socks, or you can get something with like a fun design. Like you could get it, like make it a sentimental item and have it be your face or something like that. The world is your oyster. You can customize anything nowadays. It could have like your dog on it or your cat or your gecko. I don't know, your life. Lastly, you can get them a nice watch. This can be a bit pricey, but men love their watches. They will love you forever if you like research like what kind of watches guys are into. I know like a moderate priced one is, I think it's called xoxo, is a pretty good brand. Also, for any of like, especially this category, I know that there's a website called The Real Real where you can get real verified items, but for a lower price point. They're still really high price points, but just throwing it out there depending on what your price range is. Category 6 is home items. It doesn't just have to be about the workplace. It can also be vamping up their home life, especially if he is somebody who has it all. I swear there's some sort of gadget out there for your home life that you can probably find that he does not have. It could be something like a grill or like one of those miniature grills or something like that, an espresso machine, a coffee bean grinder, coffee pods, nice alcohol or the glassware that goes with it. You know, you can go upscale with that and get him, like if he's really into bourbon, then you can get him like an upscale bourbon that he's never tried before, but he's like, oh, like I would have never bought that for myself. That's what I want people to say whenever they get a gift from me. It's like,
I would have never bought that for myself. This is amazing.
So the last category is an experience. This is my favorite category out of all of them. I love gifting experiences. The only problem is my boyfriend forgets that they exist, so maybe do something physical to let them know that they have this experience. I told my boyfriend that I would buy him like a session or two of some golf lessons so he can finally, you know, like put some work into himself and get better at the thing that he loves doing, and he has forgotten. And he has not done those golf lessons yet. I think I also like told him I would pay for us to go have massages. We still have not yet to go and get massages. Usually though, if he forgets within this category, I will like give him the money at the very least if I feel like he's forgotten about it. That does give you some options right there. Golf lessons, a massage, a fun date or activity that y'all can do together. Something that he has wanted to experience his entire life, like a really unique thing. Horseback riding, or I know that they have experiences where you can like drive a fancy car around like a racetrack and you get to go real fast. Like boys love to do. So you could buy him something like that. Lastly, you could buy him a set of workout classes that he's really interested in, or like there's so much within this category that you can like get creative, but hopefully those are some ideas that gets your little brain percolating on what you can get him. So as a bonus, you can pick and choose from like one from each category or something like that, and you can make him a gift basket. And it'll have like a whole bunch of fun things. I love a good gift basket because it's like your eyes are like feasting. It's like, oh, look over here, I have coffee pots. Oh, I've got new socks, and oh, I've got golf balls. You know, it's like, it's fun just to pull a whole bunch out. So if you don't want to get him one big item, then get him like a bunch of small items that work together in harmony. So I am probably going to be doing a gift basket with some smaller stuff, like especially from the confidence section. I don't want to say, but like he's really nervous about starting this new chapter of his life. So I want to give him like a confidence gift basket, so he'll like go forth with like feeling good and knowing that I have his back. Also, I did not put this in the category, but write him a note. Write him like a special little letter for his special day. Like, that's something that he can have like whenever he's like 80 years old, and he can look back at that note and be like, she has believed in me this entire time. I think that's beautiful. The other thing that I'm gonna get him, so I'm probably gonna write him a note, get him a gift basket, and then he can be really picky or selective, whichever word you want to use. He is going to pick out a watch that he really wants, especially because it's such a big investment and he really likes shopping. And so he gets the opportunity to shop for himself, and then I'm gonna buy the watch for him. It'll probably like not be in a too pricey range, probably like under $300. But anyhow, those are the things that I'm gonna get my boyfriend. I really hope this helped. I have been struggling with this, but whenever I got this whole list, I was like, man, I actually have a lot, and I could probably help like at least one person by making this video. So also you can like save this and use it for Christmas too. Men can be hard to buy for. They say women are hard to buy for, but please give us a lipstick in any color and we're good. But men can be hard to buy for. So anyhow, save this for Christmas or for Father's Day. It can apply to so many different categories. Anyhow, let me know if you like this style of video. Please subscribe before you go. I have 190 of you guys here now. And that's amazing. So I'm just trying to grow my community and build my own little family on the internet. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.